So here is what my screen usually looks like. No? Here is what my screen usually looks like. No? This is what I trade on. No? So it is time frame based, and I'm gonna just share with you the simple rules. No? So if I want to buy, no? Let's say I want to buy. No? So firstly, if I want to buy on the daily time frame, ne, meaning this side and on the left side, on the daily time frame, I need to make sure that the MFI, firstly, if I have to buy, the MFI is closer, or it shows me oversold areas, ne? So meaning something like this, where it is closer to the 20 level, or it is indeed below the 20 level, ne? So that's the first thing that I look for, ne? Second thing, it can also be divergence here. I hope you know about divergence, where the indicator goes before the price, and it means that just be careful, price is likely to follow. So I look at the divergence as well. Then on the CCI, I have to make sure that here the commodity channel is below average. As you can see here, it is below -100, meaning it is below average. That's also one thing that I look for. And then on the force index, I look to make sure that firstly the force index is below the zero line, meaning it was initially seller's market, because that's where we buy from sellers, so it has to be seller's market. So I make sure that the force index is below the red line, meaning the blue line is below the red line, and also to make sure that it is now crossing the moving average, going above the moving average, meaning it shows me turning points, for an example, as you can see here. So then when these three things comes together, or when the three indicators comes together, it's good for me to buy. But I don't buy, I wait for the guy this side, the 4-hour time frame. In the 4-hour, it's simple things that I look for. I can look for price patterns, like pattern breaks, and more importantly, I also make sure that the MFI on the 4-hour is agreeing with the MFI on the daily. If the MFI is below here, I make sure that the MFI here is also below. That's my main confirmation. Then I'm ready to say, okay, let me buy, because here the MFI is indicating some kind of signal. So I hope that is making sense. So here was the area. Let me not mislead you to that one. Here is the same area. So here is the same area. You can see that the MFI here on the 4-hour, it was able to confirm it multiple times here and here. And also you can identify that there is now some sequence of higher highs, higher lows and higher highs coming in, meaning, okay, now indeed the market is turning towards the buy side. So I hope that is making sense. That's what I look for on the buying signal. So I'm not going to waste your time. So when it comes to selling, I also look for the exact opposite thing. Nothing complicated. For me to sell, I just have to make sure that this that I mentioned here is on the opposite side. So meaning the force index is above the zero line and it is crossing the moving average below. The CCI, or commodities channel index, is above average, meaning here above 100, and then the MFI is showing me some red signal or some overbought signal. Same thing applies on the 4-hour. I look for a pattern or some kind of price action patterns, and I make sure that the MFI agrees with the MFI on the daily. So then that's why I make my decision. Obviously, when there isn't clarity, I then go a step down to the 1-hour where I look for confirmation. So, but I don't usually spend much time there. So that's it, guys, for the video. Thank you for watching. Remember to share, like, and subscribe.